My name is Kirk Watson. I'm the state senator for Senate District 14, which is most of Austin and Travis County. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by my state representative, Elliot Naishtat, and the director of Caritas. And I want to say thank you for letting us be here today, Beth Atherton. It is a real pleasure to be here with these two to discuss the issue of homelessness in Texas and to present a bill that we believe will provide a very meaningful tool for helping people out of poverty and eventually into our workforce. Representative Naishtat and I are filing in the Senate Bill 876, and in the House Bill 1675, to improve economic self-sufficiency among some of our most disenfranchised Texans. This measure, which is known as the Pathways to Employment Act, would achieve this goal by providing homeless individuals with access to the first necessary tool in their road to gainful employment, a valid photo identification card. The bill would provide a one-time fee waiver for homeless individuals seeking a Texas photo identification card. The legislation instructs the Texas Department of Public Safety to waive the fee that's associated with obtaining a Texas photo identification card to an individual who can verify their homeless status with an affidavit provided by certain social service agencies, a licensed Texas attorney, or certain public school personnel. Additionally, Senate Bill 876 and House Bill 1675 indicate that no more than 10,000 homeless individuals may receive an exemption per biennium under the proposed law. What this means, the reason we've set that up is it will turn it into a pilot project, basically, so that people will see the success of this program, and it will make sure that over the course of a 2-year period, this valuable tool will go to those individuals, and we'll be able to track and see the value of the program. You may be asking the question, or you will ask the question, why would we refer to a photo identification bill as a Pathways to Employment Act? And the answer to that is quite simple. Many of the Texans facing homelessness are unable to access certain social services and things like permanent housing or meaningful employment because they can't afford the cost of identification, which is frequently lost in the everyday activities of just surviving while someone is homeless. This law would mark the elimination of a powerful obstacle to those experiencing this homelessness and poverty in Texas. As I said, I'm very pleased that we're doing this here today. It's fitting that we have the opportunity to announce this bill here. Caritas provides a service continuum for those folks who are experiencing poverty that includes food, housing, education, and employment services for 20,000 homeless working poor and documented refugees in Travis County. 20,000. But it's important to note that this is a statewide bill. A bill that will create the possibility for a homeless individual to obtain a photo identification in counties other than just Travis County. Representative Naishtat's comments will include some statistics, I think, which demonstrate that the homeless issue is a statewide concern. Before I turn it over to Representative Naishtat, I want to say that he and I are very thankful to the advocates who work with our homeless neighbors every day. Folks like the Trinity Center here in Austin and the Texas Homeless Network have worked tirelessly with our offices to find a common sense, nonpartisan solution that will stimulate job growth and begin to lift homeless people out of poverty. We also value the good work of the San Antonio Metropolitan Ministry. They have played a pivotal role in this. So now let me pass it over to Representative Naishtat, who will share some other important issues about why this bill is necessary.
I'm Elliot Naishtat, and I believe we're in the heart of the district that I represent, District 49, but I'm not sure. I am honored to be here today with Senator Watson and Beth Atherton. And I'd also like to recognize and thank Caritas, the Texas Homeless Network, San Antonio Metropolitan Ministries, and the Trinity Center for their outstanding work on behalf of individuals and families facing homelessness and poverty. Thank you. I'd like to talk a little bit about why this legislation is so important and timely. First, you need to know that homelessness is a statewide issue. More than 265,000 individuals in Texas are homeless every year. In Austin, there are more than 3,200 individuals who are homeless. More than 150 families in Austin are facing homelessness. Based on a 2008 homeless count, there were 91 unaccompanied youth in Austin without a home. It's also important to note that due in part to the continuing economic downturn, unemployment, job losses, the face of homelessness in Texas has changed. Between 2007 and 2009, family homelessness in this state increased by 27%. Second, we're talking about a Pathways to Employment Act. Senator Watson spoke about some of the problems that homeless people have in accessing services, resources, and getting jobs because they do not possess a valid form of personal identification. The legislation that we filed yesterday will go a long way toward removing one of the most significant barriers homeless people face in relation to getting good jobs. Without valid personal identification, homeless individuals have an extremely difficult time finding gainful employment. In terms of economic growth and transitioning into the labor market, the Pathways to Employment Act could be characterized as a statewide initiative aimed at promoting economic recovery at both the individual and community levels. Simply stated, as a matter of economic growth, and in order to secure employment, it is imperative for individuals to have a valid form of identification. These bills address this problem head-on. They represent a key step in supporting homeless individuals and families in their efforts to move toward economic recovery and self-sufficiency. That's why this legislation is so important and timely. Thank you all for working with us on this.
Most appreciative that you all are here today. I'm Beth Atherton, the Executive Director for Caritas. This proposed legislation as a pathway to employment is so critical. It will also help with one of the key important barriers for those who are experiencing homelessness, and that is housing. It is difficult to be employed if you are not housed. This identification will help our homeless population get housed and then on the pathway to employment. It is very, very important for not just this homeless population that we serve here in Central Texas and in Austin, but across our state.